Hey bosses, today I am going to talk to you about how to delegate authority to your team members. And I think this is hugely important because you as a boss have to realize that you cannot do it all. So when you delegate authority to your team members, you are actually doing several things and you may not even be aware of it. You are actually helping them develop new skills. You are helping them develop leadership skills such as communication and holding themselves and others accountable. And you are actually helping them improve their self-confidence, which is huge. And you may not also be aware, but you are creating a pipeline of talented employees that are going to help you, especially when it comes to succession planning, because when somebody retires or leaves the organization, now you are developing those to be able to just step right in line. So when it comes to delegating authority to your team members, overall delegation is going to improve your efficiency, your productivity, and your profitability within your company. So all of those are awesome things, and they're really going to help your bottom line. So with that, I am Dr. Heather Williamson with the Transformation Group, and welcome back to the channel. Also, if you want to get more videos like this, and I am constantly sharing twice a week tips on how you can actually be a better manager or leader within your organization, don't forget to subscribe below, okay? All right, so let's get started. So when it comes to how to delegate authority to your team members, I'm going to share 4 things that you can do. One is to now, some of us, I know, struggle with the whole idea of losing control. Get that thought out of your mind because you are not going to lose control. I promise you, you're really not going to lose control if you do this right. So when it comes to this, basically you have to think about why you feel this way. Is it that you have trust issues? Or is it because you have fear that your team member is going to make a mistake? Well, I'm telling you right now, guaranteed that eventually somebody's going to make a mistake. However, you have to be able to be tolerant of mistakes because no one is perfect. Hate to break it to you, but no one is perfect, not even me. So what you need to do is obviously be tolerant and then basically take that mistake as a learning lesson, as a learning opportunity where you can kind of walk through with that employee, you know, what went wrong, what their thought process was, things like that that are going to help them not make that mistake in the future. Also, when it comes to how to delegate authority to your team members, the second thing I want you to think about is start small. So what I mean by start small, sometimes with delegating, it may be that there is that fear, there is that trust issue that you just really have to figure out how to resolve that. You have to maybe need to get a little help. But also starting small helps you work towards that trust. It actually helps your employees trust that or think that you trust in them, and you have then starting developing a comfort level with that employee, that team member, and now trust is actually developing with them. So when I mean by start small, think about things that really you shouldn't be spending your attention on. Your focus should really be on higher level strategic tasks. But when it comes to the lower level, low risk, that is not going to really break the bank or really hurt a project, that's where I want you to start focusing on letting go. And those things can be something like creating a PowerPoint or a presentation that needs to be done. Delegate that out. Also, it could be maybe there's some data entry within a project management system that you have, or just within data entry when it comes to any other platform or thing that you're using, whether it's Excel spreadsheet. Allow them to be able to do that. So, because what you're doing is when you and I want to stress here that you are actually allowing them, you're empowering your people. You're not telling them how to do it. You're giving them instruction, and you are being clear on the expectations, but you're not going to tell them how to do it. That gets back to micromanaging. And then you're truly not empowering. So empower them and let them do it. Start small. And then the third thing I want you to do when it comes to how to delegate authority to your team members, your teammates, and that is to make those opportunities, align them with the skills and experience of your people. So know what your teammates' strengths are. Know what they're really good at, and then align those tasks with that. So you're not going to put somebody who is horrible in accounting and bookkeeping to do your accounting. That just makes no sense. So align the tasks with your people who have those strengths, that experience. All right. And then the fourth thing that I want you to do when it comes to delegating authority to your teammates is to keep communication lines open. And what I mean by that is that your people should know what the expectations are. So when it comes to expectations, they need to know how they're going to be measured. What are those results that you are wanting? And also, with regard to communication lines, if they have an issue, allow them to be able to come to you. This helps you monitor what's going on, and it also gives them a kind of a peace of mind that, hey, I'm not just stuck on an island by myself. That, hey, my boss is there to help me when needed. All right? So keeping the communication lines open, let them know obviously how they're going to be measured, and this is going to create levels of trust, especially if you do monitor. All right? Now, the good thing is that delegation can be learned. Yay! I know, I'm so excited, just like you. So delegation can be learned, and it's a skill, obviously, that can be developed. And it is a leadership skill that you have to be successful. Because as much as you might think you can do it all, it's totally impossible. So you've got a great team. Now it's time to use that team to the best of their abilities, and then you can focus on things that really you should be focusing on. All right? So hopefully you got some value in this. I just want to recap one last time. And how to delegate authority to your team members is, the first is to just get that not having control out of your head. The second is to start small. The third is to match capabilities with the skills and experience of your teammates. And then the fourth is to keep communication lines open. All right? Hopefully you got some value. If you did, please like the button below. Don't forget to subscribe. And now I want you to go out and be that boss that your employees want to work for. Bye, guys.